You are listening to It Came From the Radio. I'm here with the vivacious. Oh, I already messed it up. Look what happened. See, you know what? We're living in an imperfect world. You're seeing my imperfections. Did I ever tell you I was perfect? No. We're here with the vivacious actress, writer, host, and she's many other things. We're not just our titles in this life. Lilo Grunwald. Hello.
Woo!
All
That
right.
goes wild.
All right, so you are an actress for several years. I haven't counted exactly how many years, but you've been acting for a while. You're not new to this business at all. You've been in this business before AI was pretty big, and now AI is kind of like taking over. So, what are
I
some
am
pros,
actually AI, by the way.
right?
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't be. We're gonna see some AI that looks like you for sure. Because I know I'm not gonna name their names, but I know at least one man that has a big crush on you. So, I can see them making AI based off of you. So, in all
Mm.
your time being an actress, what are some pros being in the business, and then what are some cons?
That's that's an interesting question
Mm-hmm.
on how to put this business.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm not sure there are pros and cons. I think there are regrets and um, bad choices. No, I don't quite know how to answer pros and cons. I guess the pros would be booking something, um,
Okay.
and then getting to work and meet with other really like-minded individuals who are on the
Mm-hmm.
same page. Um, that I guess that to me would be the pros. Um, Working with the pros would be the pros. Um, Cons is all the work and money we have to put into this business. Um, I feel like the
Yeah.
cons far outweigh the pros in this business because we're all in it for the wins. We're all in it to work. Um, Especially if it's been like me, it's been my dream since I'm a child. It's been my vision, my quest, my passion. But throughout all of these years, I've put a lot of money into it, and you don't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily get that money back in return.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
truly has to be your passion.
Definitely, and then definitely for someone that keeps their headshots up to date. I guess technically I had headshots updated September 28th, but I don't really invest in that too much. That alone can be like $1,000 just to get new headshots. So
Yeah.
that alone is a lot. And then you have acting classes and you have traveling to the set. And I'll say that, my con of being an actor, performer, and in the spotlight is being in shape. Sometimes I like to get fat, which I did like about a month ago. I ate all these processed food. I'm not gonna say the name brand, but there's certain types of chips, there's certain types of cereal, and there's certain types of breads that they say you could eat, and they're like, oh, only 300 calories, and I gained 9 pounds in a week. So
Hmm.
it would be nice to just be able to get really fat and gross and let my hair grow out, but you really can't because then you really can't be on camera unless you want to play a monster. So, whatever.
Right. Well, and of course there are, some famous actors out there that they gain a lot of weight for certain roles, but
Mm-hmm.
it wreaks havoc on your body. So I
Yeah.
don't know if I can necessarily do something like that, but sure, yeah, that would be very easy to gain weight at this point.
Oh
I
yeah.
could totally see myself, you know, ice cream, cookies, cake, and yeah, it comes on very quickly.
Yeah, nine
Yeah.
pounds in a week. But I was
Oh yeah.
also a makeup artist. I said, oh, it helps me to go to sleep. I got to get up at 3 in the morning. So I would just carb load every single day for a week.
Mhm.
And I got to set on time. And I woke up at 3 in the morning, but I gained a lot of weight. All right. So speaking of that, as an actor, your body and your mind is your instrument. Your mind's got to be sharp. You got to make decisions. You got to react. A lot of acting isn't just saying your lines, it's reacting to your partner, having your reactions intact. And what ruins your reactions? Alcohol, some drugs, processed foods. So,
Mhm.
what are things you do to keep your body and mind sharp?
I like to work out.
Hmm.
Uh,
We can tell.
especially when yeah, I try. I've always done something, whether it was outdoors, but uh, right now I'm going to the gym because it's winter, and yeah, I just try to try to do my cardio and try to, do some weights and just it does calm the mind, as you know.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I do.
can.
I like to do that. Yeah. Yeah.
And it
You
gives you
know.
confidence too. I
Yeah.
think it helps with confidence.
Yeah, yeah. I used to rollerblade a lot when I lived in LA. I
Oh
like to
wow.
bike ride in the warm weather. Yeah. Yeah. What do you
Yeah.
do for working out? Do you work out at home?
Well, I wrote a whole health guidebook. I used to teach ab and butt makeovers back in the day. I'm going to go back to that. So it's like a whole system for your butt, your abs. But you know what? I have not really kept up with that since 2020. So my butt is not really showing where it would be. Because guess what? If you do leg days, so for me, some people can do it. For me, if I do a serious leg day that's going to give me results, which I really need to do at least one a week, that's 4 times a month, my brain doesn't really work for 3 to 5 days. And a lot of things I do acting, radio, no longer stand up. As soon as I stand up, I stopped doing leg days because I could not
Mm,
be quick on stage like a Robin Williams. My act is not, Stephen Wright. No offense. It's very wild and quick and reactive. So I couldn't do leg days. So if
mm,
you're my mind's gonna work, I can't really do the workouts. But like yesterday, I did really intense workouts. But guess what? I was so dumb after that I could just go to a film screening as a participant, and there's no way I could do this.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's very interesting, balancing the mind and the body. Anyway, so
yeah.
speaking of looks, gonna get into plastic surgery and the trends. So I'm a makeup artist, by the way. If you're licensed, you don't need to get certified. Don't waste your time and don't waste your money. So
Mm,
I'm almost 42, and I on myself. Full disclosure for me is so big, but I do professional level smoothing and anti-aging treatments on my hair because my hair is real crazy. I haven't colored my hair since 2020, so what you see is natural. Sometimes I dye my brows really dark. They're like you can't even see them. And then I usually have painted nails. So that's what I do. And sometimes I self tan and then makeup. But I don't have surgeries. I don't have any injections. Sometimes I use a plumping lip thing. Some of them do work.
yeah.
I'll tell you which ones work for sure. Now,
Mm,
in the past month, I've done makeup on, I think she's like a 22-year-old with pumped up lips and lashes and Botox, and she looks great. But I'm saying that's where the type of skin, it's different type of makeup, a different type of look on screen. I've done makeup on 50, 60, 7-year-olds and 40-year-olds with natural wrinkled skin and, lines in the lips. So when I'm doing makeup on these things, whether it's to make them look older or younger, it's honestly they look totally different on camera. And one more piece of this is a very, very long intro to a question. I watched 3 episodes of this show that I was asked to act in. I'm not gonna get into it, but what the show is the guy's nose and lips they're so crazy looking and they grabbed all of my attention. This is actually what happened. I'm not trying to be funny or obnoxious, and I don't whatever. But the series is very successful now, and I couldn't tell you what it's about because I couldn't follow the story at all. I don't know what happened because I was so focused on and distracted by this guy's nose and face
yes.
that I watched 3 full episodes. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. So, what are your thoughts on faces and plastic surgery and distracting the viewer?
Yes. So this is a great topic because I talk about this all the time. I've
Mm,
never had anything done. That
hmm
is not to say if I could afford to get a little nip tuck, I probably would.
hmm
But they do say that aging is a gift. Um, I watch TV a lot. I watch a
hmm
lot of shows,
hmm
and I will say that I get so distracted looking at, and especially because I'm a woman, I'm looking at the women,
Right.
especially women my age that they've had work done.
hmm
And it's not just Botox, that they've
hmm
had plastic surgery.
Yeah.
I find it completely distracting. It takes
Mm.
me out of the story because I am staring at their work. I'm
hmm
staring at their face and I'm like,
Nicole Kidman.
that one, Nicole Kidman. I'm looking at her earlobes. I'm like, well, sure, because they're pulling all the skin back there. So it's making her ears look even bigger.
Oh wow.
And, while her plastic surgery is still uh, acceptably great,
Yeah, yeah. She looks
it
great.
she does look great. But we know how old she is.
Right.
And I know what happens to a woman's face because it's happening to mine.
Yeah, yeah,
But
me
it's
too.
it's really distracting because I it
Hmm.
takes me right out of what they're saying, the dialogue. And I'm like, where are there? And plus, they all have all this beauty lighting too.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's
And
making them look,
filters.
yes, it's making them look even
Mm-hmm.
more flawless,
Mm-hmm.
but it makes us, like maybe even the younger girls, like,
Mm-hmm.
uh, don't know, I can't find the word, but it it's intimidating.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I
It's
mean, I'm used
intimidating.
to seeing a certain look and I see myself, at 42 without makeup and scary, overhead fluorescent lighting. And it's like,
Horrible. Yeah.
it does not look at all like what you see on camera unless they're trying to make someone look ugly, you know?
But I'm even noticing a lot of the men are getting
Uh-huh.
plastic surgery,
Yeah. Yeah.
or they have, like, they've gotten the permanent tattoo, whatever, eyeliner, or the women that have the permanent, all that
Mm-hmm.
permanent tattoo stuff. Yeah, it's completely distracting. I'm not gonna lie.
Interesting. I will say though, I think Baby Girl, I think I saw the whole thing. I think it's a movie with Nicole Kidman and she
Hmm.
plays an older woman that's with a younger guy. So she's supposed to play like older and rich and someone that probably would get surgery and would be vain and highly sexual. So honestly, it worked because it
Yeah,
worked with the character. But if
sure.
you're just gonna play like a regular mom that's like
Yeah,
mid-level, not really rich, I can see how it could be really distracting, but
I
I loved
I
her in
I
Baby Girl, and I was like, this is perfect,
yeah.
perfect
I do
casting
I
for
do
that.
have to say,
Yeah.
I mean, yes, these women look beautiful. We were watching the morning show last night, and Jennifer Aniston has had
Oh yeah,
quite a bit
yeah.
of work done,
Right.
and her jawline doesn't even look like a jawline anymore. It just goes
Oh
like
wow.
straight up. It's just a very weird angle.
Oh,
Um,
interesting.
but aside, for the women that aren't getting any plastic surgery,
Mm-hmm.
I find it really more interesting to see all of those wrinkles and the age. And I love the women that are, staying true to themselves and not getting any plastic surgery. I just find
Huh.
it more interesting. And they can play, I feel
Hmm.
like they can play a wider range of roles as
I guess
actresses.
we'll find out because I'm probably not getting any plastic surgery. So
We'll
we'll see
see.
what happens with me. Maybe
We'll
I'll just
see.
play man roles, maybe I'll just be blackballed, or maybe people will like it. We'll find out. So switching gears
Yeah.
entirely.
Yeah.
Now film sets are full of all different types of people. We have keto, vegan, Trump haters, MAGA lovers, people who love the scent of patchouli, and some who are deathly allergic to fragrance. So, what do you think about people who wear perfume or cologne on set?
I hate it. I hate it. Well, I'm very sensitive to
Okay.
scent.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's not to say, you can do whatever you want. I especially dislike it when I'm working out, especially in the
Mm-hmm.
morning. I don't understand how people, I get it. There are people that are, going to work maybe after they work out, or maybe they've been to work and they're coming to work out. But early in the morning, if
Mm-hmm.
if I feel like you have just bathed in perfume or cologne and I'm inhaling it when I'm on the treadmill or the pre-core, it's not lovely. It's not lovely. Like, I want to sweat. I want to smell my own stink. Like, I don't
Right,
want to
right, right, right.
smell your perfume. That's also distracting to me. I don't
Yeah.
care for it. I mean, there are doctors' offices that will not allow you to put scented lotions on, perfumes before your appointment, and they make it very clear when you make your appointment.
Hmm.
And also, it is supposed to be like this unsaid rule on set that you really shouldn't be wearing cologne or perfume because there are
Very
sensitive
interesting.
individuals. So I
Yeah.
think it's a no. Don't wear perfume or cologne on set.
I usually do that, but I got a couple of these like perfumes that supposedly, according to all the reviews, that wears off in like an hour or two. So who knows who could smell what? But one of them smells like cupcake, and I put it on my wrist. I think the last 3 or 4 times I did makeup, even my car smells like Carvel right now. It smells so good. But I wonder, when I'm doing it, I'm conscious, and I always reflect, and I'm like, am I hurting someone's nose? Do they like this? Do they hate this? Is it just for me? I always wonder. So, I'm going to take a poll next time I do
Mhm.
makeup and next time I'm on set, and I'm going to ask people how I smell. I
Okay,
want to
all
see.
right.
Yeah, I want to see.
It's an interesting thing because especially as a makeup artist or somebody
Yeah,
that does your hair, they're right in your face. And
exactly.
I do recall several times where I'm like doing this because my nose itches
Ah,
from whatever they're wearing, and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that doesn't really play out well if they're doing your
No,
makeup. You're
no,
like wiping the
no.
makeup off.
Yeah, no, no, no. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see with these cupcake and waffle and churros and pistachio ice cream and tangerine. I got all these food scents. I like to smell like food. So
Mm,
we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna do a poll now. All right.
okay,
So now, as an actress, well, you know what? You made a film called Pepper Science. I have to touch on this. I
sure.
watched it. It was on my watch list for a while. It took me a while. I have all these things on a watch list, and sometimes it gets buried. But I finally watched it. I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. So could you tell us a little bit about this? Like, why'd you make this? What do you hope the viewer gets from this? What's this all about, this pepper science?
Well, thank you for asking and thank you for watching.
Loved it.
Uh, I I was told many years ago by my manager that I needed some more mom material,
Oh, okay.
and I went away for a job, and I had a lot of downtime, and I had a great place right off of the beach, and I would get up every morning and I would write, and it was in my mind to write something, and I just didn't know how it was going to occur.
Mm-hmm.
And I had started writing it before I even left, and then I kind of put it away. And through the encouragement of a friend, he's like, "Have you written it? Have you written it?" Well, I guess I have time and I have no distractions. So it it just came out of my brain. It wasn't anything, they say write what you know. This wasn't something that I knew.
No.
It just was out of my brain, made up, and it started with a paperweight cat, which is in the film.
Mm-hmm.
And it started with that, and I said, I can create something from that cat. And it just kind of blossomed from there.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew I wanted to make a comedy because I didn't have any in the film. So I just thought, all right, well, I am going to make this small. I don't want it to be more than three people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to do everything in my power to do it for free. I'm going to get free actors, I'm going to get a free crew, and I'm going to get a free place to film it in. So, and that's what I did. I asked my actor friends. I had them in mind
Mm-hmm.
when I wrote the script. So it was originally just supposed to be a quick scene, just a quick 1.5 page scene that I could use for footage.
Right.
Well, for what they do on Actors Access, they want like a
Mm-hmm.
little clip, like a
Yeah.
60-second
Yeah.
clip. That
Mm-hmm.
is what I went into it intending it to be. And as I'm writing, I was like, oh boy, this is over 5 pages long. This is more of a short.
Yeah.
So I presented it to my two friends. They loved it. And they were like, let's do it. I said, great, because you were my prototype. So yeah, and then we just did it. And it really was never meant to be a short. So I made a short, I got it edited, and
Mm-hmm.
I sent it to several festivals. It did well, I mean, it was my first project, so it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
like didn't do great, but
Mm-hmm.
it did well and it got some nice responses. And I made a movie. I could say I wrote a movie.
Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah,
really fun. I mean, let's see if I remember. It's a couple, a married couple, or it looks like they're together, a stable relationship. They have a child, and they have to go to the principal's office to talk about their child. And the principal is like playing with action figures, and I think she confiscates a bong and uses it. So you basically see the imperfect side of parents
yeah,
and the imperfect or wacky side of a school principal that you might otherwise not see. And I always love to see
yeah,
behind the curtain,
yeah,
I prefer behind the scenes more than the regular movies sometimes. So
yeah,
to me,
yeah.
that's always fun to see the
Yeah,
hidden sides of people.
I that was like a last minute thing. All the things that you see the principal playing with were things that I found at the beach.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yes, when we took our dog to the beach, they were like, little things that kids left behind. And I said, all right, I'm going to do something with these. And I put them in a box and I brought them to set that day. And I said, I want you to play with these. These are all toys that you have confiscated from the
Hmm.
children
It
that,
was perfect.
yeah, that you're playing with. And what happens is, yes, we adopted our child and she's a brainiac and she's very
Hmm.
smart and she wants to be a scientist. And she's confiscating our things from the house and using them as science experiments at school. But they're like, things that she shouldn't be
Right,
finding.
right,
And so
right.
the parents are in the hot seat.
Yeah,
So it's
it's
like,
fun.
oh, not the kid, it's the parents.
Yeah,
So we
parents are
get
in
in
trouble
trouble. Yeah.
with the principal who's doing all types of crazy stuff too, you know?
Exactly, exactly. And the thing with the bong is, she's like, I'm gonna hold on to this until the end of the school year.
Yeah, that's
And
Donna Morales.
Donna Morales, yeah.
She's fantastic in everything. She's in
Yes,
a movie. I did executive produce. She plays a mean teacher. I've
yes.
seen her in acting class and cry to her scenes. She's just a phenomenal actress, and she should not quit.
No,
Definitely
she's
not.
a great character actress. And if I was a casting director, I know exactly how to cast her.
Definitely. Well,
Yeah.
we're at the end of the interview, so why don't you just give us your final thought and where to find you, social media, websites, anything that's on your mind in about a minute or less.
Oh gosh.
I know.
Well, just so you all know, I am AI. That's who we were all talking to today.
Yeah.
No, kidding. Um, uh, what was the question? No. You can find me on Facebook, Insta, TikTok, all those things at Lilo Grunwald.
Mhm.
TikTok is at Lilo Grunwald, and I think Twitter, X, which I'm never on. I think it's
Oh
it's a
yeah.
Lilo.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it's all the same name. It's my maiden name that I use, and you can easily Google me, search me, Lilo Grunwald, IMDb. It's Lilo Grunwald, and come find me, say hi, friend me, say where you saw me.
I hope that you do more comedic shorts. I feel like you're very fun with comedy and it
Thank
was
you.
really fun to watch. So as a viewer and a watcher, forget any of my involvement in this entertainment industry. I'd like to see more comedy from you. So
Thank you.
think about it.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll see more.
I
I hope
love.
so.
I would love to do some more comedy. Yeah, but everyone keeps giving me the drama.
No, whatever. You're enjoyable in both, but I like comedy. I mean, I'm someone who watched Zoolander and Caddyshack a million times, and I turn
Yes,
everything into comedy. I'm wearing
yes,
glasses that are fake right now. That's even
yeah. I
comedic.
love them. They look great.
Uh, So on that note, thank you very much. On that note,
Sure.
we're gonna finish up this interview, and we're gonna go back to the studio with Mark Torres for
All
more. It
right.
came from the radio.